Toop in Boochum took. We're going to try to be quick on this one. Pam has just notified me there's 25 minutes left in her Christmas movie she's watching. For the record, this is November 1st. And looks like it's going to be a long 2 months for me. Anyway, top and bottom talk, listening party edition. The year is 1999. I'm going to go over my top 15 albums. Then we're going to go over the shout-outs. And then we're going to go through the categories. And I'm going to try to do this in under 30 minutes. Let's see if I can stay on track. Let's just start. Usually I start with like a little story or something interesting or humorous. Not today. Today it's just missionary style. Okay. All right. Number 15. Damien. Some of these I've never said out loud, so we'll just assume I'm saying it right. Damien Jurado or Jurado. Album is Rehearsals for Departure. I learned about him as being basically like a watered-down Pedro the Lion, but it turns out he's very good. And this is my favorite of his albums. I think he might be Christian, perhaps. Don't know for sure, and not going to look it up right now because of the whole time thing. He is a singer-songwriter. He is from somewhere that I don't know. Maybe Ohio, maybe Canada. I don't know for sure. Favorite songs on the album, but he's like a singer-songwriter. Just very he's got some sad stuff on some other albums. I don't think anything here is too sad, but it definitely gives me Pedro the Lion vibes. Favorite songs, I've got Ohio, Tragedy, Honey Baby, Letters and Drawings, and Tornado. Kind of upbeat, sad music, which is, anyway, it is what it is. Number 14, my friend Greg would be irate that this is only 14th, but I've got Muse, and the album is Showbiz, their first album. They were introduced to me, or I shouldn't say introduced, but I remember hearing their lead single, Muscle Museum, on the radio in 1999, turns out. And I was immediately like, oh, yes. There was a hiatus, because Radiohead had made their 97 album, OK Computer, and you just started seeing some bands come out that were basically trying to be Radiohead, and I think Muse was one of them. They came, not really close, because nobody can really get close, but their lead singer he's got the vocal chops, and I believe I saw them live, I think. Maybe they might have been at that Coachella show, I don't know for sure, or Coachella concert. Favorite songs, Sunbird and Muscle Museum, Unintended. Lead singer can wail, though. And they kind of I don't know, this is my favorite album of theirs. I think their first 2 or 3 were really good. And then they're still making music to this day, I believe. They got kind of a weird, space agey techno thing going on that I just couldn't get on board with. But amazing band live, and worth seeing. I think that Muse was playing when we arrived at the concert, or something like that, where I was like, damn it, I only caught a little bit of it. All right, number 13. Hey, this band was also at Coachella. Flaming Lips. The album is The Soft Bulletin. This is known to hipsters as one of the best produced albums of all time. Favorite songs, I put kind of all of them. This album should be higher. This is a really strong year. Okay. Race for the Prize, Spoonful Weighs a Ton, Spark That Bled, Spider Bite Song, Waiting for a Superman, Suddenly Everything Has Changed is probably my favorite song on there, and Feeling Yourself Disintegrate. They changed their sound a ton for this album. This is when they became more mainstream. Just sounds like I'm being hurtful, but it's not. For them, it wasn't a bad thing. They were kind of noisy, and they had at least one hit, the She Don't Use Jelly song, but they were still very rough around the edges. You just get the jarring guitars of noise and stuff, and this album got rid of all that. It was just bubbly music. It was pop. it was pulp music, and expertly done. It's just like a really clean album. Definitely a good weather album. And yeah, I mean, I love it. It's great. The colors are fun, which is a weird thing, but like, I just, when I think of this album, I immediately think of like the blue and yellows, and I just want to see it now. Flaming Lips, the Soft Bulletin, really cool. Yeah, the blue and the yellow, the guy with the shadow, just a like, you were not expecting this from them, and so this one, man, I'm going on and on. All right, number 12. Oh, Flaming Lips. When I saw them, I think he was either in a bubble. I want to say the lead singer was in a bubble at Coachella and like walking around, but I can't be sure. Now I know how like those celebrities are like, did I do a movie with this guy? I forgot. It's like in your head, you're like, how could you forget doing a movie? But when you've done like a bunch of movies. Anyway, number 12. Oh, missed opportunity. Number 12 is Blur, and the album is called 13. That's the missed opportunity. Favorite songs, Tinder, not the one that you swipe. Coffee and TV, 1992, Trim Trab, No Distance Left to Run. That will come up later. This album is, like, I really love the album that came before this, their self-titled one that had the Woohoo song on it. And then this one just kind of carried over. It's definitely, this is them kind of just saying, we don't give a fuck. Just some, like, spacey art songs. And I think it's awesome. There's maybe Blurry Am I cannot stand that song. It's very annoying. But otherwise, just like a perfect album. It did have, there's one song, I don't know the name of it, because there's some songs near the end, or like the last 2/3 of the album, there's like I'm going to say 2 or 3 songs that all are kind of the same to me. I can't pick them apart. And there's a song where like there's just this music, there's music, there's this guitar, and it's just kind of playing, and it just keeps on going. I'm not doing a good job of describing this. It's kind of like just distortion. It's going like, and then I remember this because I was, what year was this, 99? I guess I was a junior in high school. I remember literally where I was driving home from school. I had this album playing in the car on a CD player. Was it a Kenwood or was it what's the other one? Anyway, and there's this like this echo that happens, sort of where it's like somebody calling out. And I remember I was driving and just kind of like, I don't know if you had to hear the song, but it's just like this. And then in the background of the song, you can hear, and in my head, Sophie just looked, in my head, it sounded like they were saying, Brook, Brook. And I just, I remember being like, what the hell, looking all around, and turns out it was just the song. Okay, that was not worth that little sidetrack. All right, number 11, what a year. Built to Spill. Album is Keep It Like a Secret, which is one of my favorite album titles of all time. Favorite song, Center of the Universe, Carry the Zero, Time Trap, Else, You Were Right. This album absolutely rocks, which is an absolutely nerdy thing to say. It's just really, really, really good. This is the first one I got from them. Got a ton of critical praise for good reason. Probably their most popular album. I had a chance to see them and I didn't go, and kind of annoyed at myself. These are like guitar gods, clever lyrics, just like fun music to put on. Also more good weather music. All right, number 10, Magnetic Fields. The album is 69 love songs, and this is a triple album. Doesn't happen a lot. And guess what? There's 69 love songs on it. I actually ended up buying this. I only ever bought the first one, which is 23 songs. You could either, I guess, buy them. I think you could only buy them individually. I'm pretty sure. Clever little marketing strategy. And the first album, first disc or whatever is like perfect. I'm gonna list. Do I want to list all these songs? God, there's so many. It's not worth listing all these. Favorite, Luckiest Guy on the Lower East Side is really fun. The Book of Love was played at my friend Matt and Ellie's wedding. How Fucking Romantic is really fun. A Pretty Girl is this album is so much fun. It is so much fun. Specifically the first 23 songs or so. But I mean, I don't know, it's just really fun. He is a pretty good lyricist. They're all done in, I shouldn't say all, but there's so many different styles of music on this as well. There's punk, there's jazz, there's pop, there's, I'm going to say Baroque. I don't even know if it's on there, but it sounds cool. There is like spoken word. There is, I don't think there's any hip hop, but like classical style, like there's just everything you can think of. And it's just a really interesting album. And my dad listened to this, and there were two things. We listened to this album. I don't know how long we made it, but we were going across to the East Coast to visit my grandparents for a lunch, and this was one of the albums I decided to bring. And I believe, I can't remember if he wanted to put the toothpicks in his eyes or his ears, but he was not a fan. The guy has not a great singing voice. What can I do? What song could I sing? Just give an example. How Fucking Romantic is spoken word. A Pretty Girl is like, a pretty girl is like a pretty girl. It's literally what he sounds like. What else? There's some female vocalists in there as well. I don't believe in the sun. Yeah, it's very, I think Steven something is his name. I can't think of the last name. Starts with an M, I'm pretty sure. All right. Number 9, And You Will Know Us by the Trail of Dead is the artiste, and the album is Madonna. This band is known to me as the best concert I ever went to. It was not for this album, but this is their, I think, technically second album. This kicks ass. Mistakes and Regrets is on there. Totally Natural. Claire de Lune, Mark David Chapman. That's how I know who killed John Lennon. A Perfect Teenhood. I thought it was, which one is it? Is it Mistakes and Regrets? I think Mistakes and Regrets is one where should I look up the lyrics? I'm supposed to be quick. Anyway, this is it's a punk band, but this is definitely when they were more punky. Mistakes and Regrets lyrics. There's something about like, oh yeah, if I could make if you're breaking up with somebody, put this bad boy on. If I could make a list of my mistakes and regrets, I'd put your name on top and every line after it. 'Cause every inch of hope becomes a world of shame. I'd have to walk through each and every day. So good. I thought there was something about staying in on a Saturday night, but don't see it. Okay, all right. Moving forward. Awesome album. There's maybe one or two songs that just go on too long, and there's like noisy radios. I say radio stuff. It's just like literally that sound, which I don't know who thinks that's a good idea. All right, number 8. This is one of the best years because it's like those are all great. Actually, starting at like number Flaming Lips is probably where it starts. The top 13 on this are undeniable to me. I'm sure many people could find ways to deny them. Number 8, Tom Waits' Mule Variations. I don't know how this is number 8. It's just, this is how stacked this year is. Tom Waits, one of my favorite artists. This is one of his best albums. I think this is the first one I ever bought, and it's awesome. Favorite songs. Big in Japan is a fun one. Hold On, Get Behind the Mule. This is very much a working class album. Chocolate Jesus is on here, which I made like a Jesus album for my friend Jessica once. and that definitely made the list. Georgia Lee is absolutely beautiful. Picture in a Frame, absolutely gorgeous song. This is, I would say, maybe this is the best intro to Tom Waits, if you just had to get a taste. You got a little weird in there with, I didn't write it down, but What's He Building in there is a track, which is just Tom being Tom. But this, I would say, is the best album. If you want to get yourself into a little Tom Waits, who is one of the best musicians the last 100 years, let's just say of all time. This is, I would say this is the first one to get. This is the easiest one to get into. All right, number 7, I've got Fiona Apple. I just put When the Pawn. I think maybe it's When the Pawn Strikes. It's a really long album title. This is her second album, and it is flawless. I put On the Bound, Limp, Paper Bag. Fast as you can, baby. She's awesome. She went up a notch. So, like, her first album, great. More, not really completely her own style yet. This is where I would say, I mean, she was definitely still her own person, but this is like her just getting more confidence, and just like, here I am. Hope you like it. If you don't, you can fuck off, mate. All right, number 6. This one, I was honestly like, how is this number 6? But good Lord, this 99 is nuts. Smog, one of my favorite artists. The album is Knock Knock. It is my friend Therm's favorite album by them, and it's probably my second or third favorite by them. Again, flawless. Let's Move to the Country. The songs. Let's Move to the Country. Held is a really pretty song. River Guard, I have used in an Instagram video for Sophie. I think it's about prisoners. Like, this album reminds me of Kurt Vonnegut. And I'm not going to go into a whole explanation because I have limited time, but this one, he's starting to like tap into something with this, where it's like, oh wow, he's just like, you could just make movies, or at least movie scenes, out of all of these songs. Teenage Spaceship, I Could Drive Forever, which is a great song title. Smog, one of my favorites. This is a very easy one to get into as well. Great entry point. I don't know if I would recommend it as the first, but maybe. Why not? All right, number 5 is Chemical Brothers. Album is Surrender. Surprised me that I had it this high, but honestly, like, this one is still 99. I am still, like, it's techno music, whatever you want to call it, electronic, and it is like, I love this album still, like, to this day. The beats are just never got old. Music response, hey, and getting in one of my Instagram videos. Under the Influence, Out of Control is probably lower on my list. It's got Noel Gallagher from Oasis in it, and initially it was probably one of the ones I liked the most, but I would say it's one of the weaker tracks. Wedge, or Orange Wedge, Let Forever Be. Oh wait, Out of Control is not Noel Gallagher. Out of Control, I think, is Bernard Sumner from New Order, I think. And then Let Forever Be is Noel Gallagher from Oasis. Asleep from Day, I believe, is that Hope Sandoval? Who is like my ultimate music crush. What is the album called? Chemical Brothers. I already forgot the name of this album. Surrender. I just want to see. I'm pretty sure Hope Sandoval is on one of these bad boys, which would be kind of nuts. Damn it, how do I find this out? How do I find this out? Oh, she is. Hope Sandoval. Okay. Which song did I say? Asleep from Day, yeah. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. This album, I'm going to say, easily one of my favorite electronic albums, and maybe my favorite. It just kind of vaulted them into, like, just my all-time list of electronic artists. Probably the electronic artist I like the most. All right, number 4, Wilco, Summer Teeth. Again, shocked that this is this low, but it's just that stacked of a year. This is the one that I got into first. I have read so many reviews of this and eventually broke down and bought it and was not disappointed. She's a Jar is probably one of the ones that stands out as like, this is kind of a weird one to include because it's a little too poppy. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. She's a Jar is my favorite song on this album. Not that one. The first one that opens the... I didn't write that down. Sorry. She's a Jar is totally awesome. Wow, just looking at some of the topics that are discussed in here, they're a like country-ish band, alternative country. She's a Jar's, I believe, about like domestic abuse. A Shot in the Arm is about heroin abuse. We're Just Friends, definitely like a broken relationship there. How to Fight Loneliness, kind of is just in the title, just about being alone and depressed. Via Chicago starts off with a murder. Not quite, but it does have one of the best opening lines, which is, dreamed about killing you again last night, and it felt alright to me. And then it ends on like these kind of poppy, happy notes. Candy Floss, A Future Age, just about getting old. When You Wake Up Feeling Old. Awesome album. Not perfect, but very close. All right. Number 3, My Morning Jacket. The album is The Tennessee Fire. I think this is the first one. And this one and the one after it are, I'm going to just call them perfect albums. Just freaking so many awesome songs. Nashville to Kentucky is one of my favorite songs to sing in the shower. Don't let your mind go in the gutter. It's just Nashville to Kentucky. And their album, first two have two very similar things where like they're good, and then they end with like 3 epic songs. I Think I'm Going to Hell is an epic one. I'll Be There When You Die, epic song. Buy My Car might be my favorite of theirs. And Pam Is Back. Alright. And then, so please, if you have, it's like, it fits alternative country-ish, rock and roll, classic rock, like whatever. If you like any kind of rock music with guitars and just like amazing vocals. The vocals are, Jim James is this lead singer, and it's awesome. Perfect album. All right. Speaking of lyrics, vocalist, that's where I was going. This one I will definitely butcher. I call it Shiga Rose. Sometimes people say Shiga Ras, something else. It means victory rose in Icelandic. Album is Geetis Bæjarinn. Sure. Favorite songs. This will be fun. Svenji Englar, Starfleur, Nei Battery, Jatad Hamast, Ossen. There is no English on this album. They are from Iceland. This is one of the most impressive bands I've ever seen. Got to see them live. My dad and I both went. And one of his favorite concerts of all time, definitely one of mine. Dude's just put on a show. And he wore like a really cool jacket, like a old general's jacket or something. This album, it's I've probably talked about it on the pod when I did Top 100, but they created their own language. It's called Hopelandic. It's a mixture of Icelandic and like something else. You don't need to know the words to understand, kind of get the feeling of what's happening. Also a great sleeping album. Just extremely impressive. This came in through, and appropriately there's a picture of an alien on the cover. When this album came out, they were opening for Radiohead, and it was literally just felt like an alien had crashed, and you heard this, you're like, the fuck? All right. One of the most beautiful like vocalist I've ever heard, so give it a shot. And just they play they keep going back, and they keep literally clicking on the box. I don't know why. They play their guitars with bowstrings. And then number 1 is Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. This is his debut solo album. It is my favorite hip-hop album of all time. One of my favorite albums of all time. It is perfect. It's very long, and I wish it was just kept on going forever. Fear Not of Man. It's got so much good stuff. Hip Hop is like one of my favorite songs. Sorry, Miss Fat Booty is one of my favorite songs. I remember that's like, I saw that video and it clicked and I was like, oh, hip hop can be this too. And it just kind of unlocked a lot of things for me. Do It Now. Got is a great one where it's, if you out on wherever flashing all of y'all rocks, got, this is how you get. Umi Says is like a beautiful song. He's got Rock and Roll song on here. It's just, there's so much like wisdom in this album. And that is that. Let's skip to, all right, I think I have 7 minutes. We are gonna sprint through this. Shout out albums, dear Lord. Dismemberment, Planned, Emergency and I. This album rocks. Saw them live. It was definitely pushed by Pitchfork magazine. I think I liked it more then than I do now, but it actually still delivers. Got some really good songs on it. Mum, Yesterday Was Dramatic, Today Was Okay. This one is on my work mix. It's electronic music, also from Iceland, and very, very good. I think Pam even likes one of the songs. And actually, there's a funny thing. I was driving Pam's mom to our house, and one of their songs came on, and her mom basically just speaks Spanish, and I looked at her, I was like, good music? And she just looked at me and shook her head no. So she's not a fan. Prince Paul, Prince Among Thieves. I never quite got into this. I think I like one of the songs, Weapon World or something, that has Cool Keith in it, but critics darling, but I just never got into it. All right, Bonnie Prince Billy, I See of Darkness. How the F did this not... Oof, okay, oversight on my part. This is really good. I guess we'll just call it number 16, but that's an amazing album. Singer-songwriter, this is either his first or second, and it's really, really good. The Roots, Things Fall Apart. Good album. Like those guys. Really like the drummer, Questlove, I think. And it's got the one with Erykah Badu on it. You Got Me. Like, perfect song. I don't know if that's on my top 5. I'll find out. All right, Beck, Midnight Vultures. This is where he got a little sassy. They do have a song called Deborah on there, which is an amazing, amazing song. Would be a great, what is that called? Karaoke song. All right, Moby, Play. Man, 99 is deep. This album is really good. Probably better than it should be. It has a bunch of hits on it, and then even the ones that aren't hits. It's just really well-rounded sort of electronic album, just kind of his own thing. All right, Sleater Kinney, The Hot Rock. I dig the band. I can't remember songs on there, so we'll just keep on going. Slipknot's debut album, self-titled. Pretty good. I really just didn't care for their fans for the most part, because they just looked like mall weirdos, but good metal album. Have definitely not listened to it, but their videos come up on my Instagram search, so what do you make? What, I don't know. Anyway, change the algorithm. All right, Rage Against the Machine, Battle of Los Angeles. Their first two are classics. This one is not a classic. They stopped making new music after this, and rightfully so. I think they lost it. Gomez, Liquid Skin, second album by them, not as good. Again, their first album, amazing, which I kind of went on and on about. And the last one, this one, it's fine, but it's like kind of more the same, but without that magic little, sprinkled on it. Macy Gray on How Life Is. She's the one that does the... And don't know where she went after that. Dr. Dre, 2001. Not a fan. Get at me, dog. Beth Orton, Central Reservation. I enjoy her. She just seems like a nice person. All right, Foo Fighters, Nothing Left to Lose. This one I don't think is that good. It's got maybe one or two, but All right, Boredoms, Vision, Creation, New Sun. I was in a weird place. That one is a Japanese band, and it's got moments, but it's just too harsh sometimes. All right, Incubus, Make Yourself. I definitely bought this album because I was in high school, and what do you want from me? I wasn't a hipster yet. Not bad. Travis, The Man Who. I listened to the hell out of this album. I love that one about the rain. Why does it always rain on me? I remember seeing that video, and I was like, again, we were in a space where we needed Radiohead. We were craving British rock acts, and just this one had their moment. Charlatans UK, guess what? They're from British. Us and Us Only still holds up. The song Forever is a really good lead single. Promise Ring, very emergency. Things were happening. I was getting the emo, which is their emo, but like happy emo, sort of. Friendly emo. Great album. Super Furry Animals, Gorilla. I don't remember anything on there. Underworld, Boku Fish. That probably has one song that I like. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. Jesus. It's good. I really enjoyed it at the time, but if I hear whatever that song is one more time, it's still a great song. Oh, Scar Tissue. Actually, I don't mind that song. I still really enjoy it. It was great at the time, but freaking A, they just overplayed it. Arab Strap, Elephant Shoe. Clever album title. I think I let my grandmother's friend Jackie listen to this album, and I remember her reporting back. They're Scottish. I think that's why, and she's Scottish. And I was like, oh, check this out. And she's like, interesting music. Have you heard the lyrics? And I was like, not really. I never really... And she's like, you should read the lyrics. And there's just like songs about, oh, I fucked her on the couch. And whatever. I don't know. It's just like, oh, my bad. Khalees, Kaleidoscope. I don't know what's on there, but I'm sure I like it. 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile. Double album by them. Good. It's good. After Downward Spiral, it was just, what are you going to do? This felt like a moment. This was like new 9 Inch Nails video on MTV. And I was enjoying it. All right, Pavement, Terror Twilight, their last album, which is the first one I think that I got, and it's good. Includes the song Spit on a Stranger, which is fun. Get Up Kids, more emo, Something Write Home About. Lars kind of got me into them, but really, really good. And Counting Crows, This Desert Life. Good freaking God, there's so many albums. Counting Crows, This Desert Life. Their second album, it's fine. Oh, wait, no, their third album. It has the one song that I can't think of at the moment. DMX, and then there was X. This one just got played to death. I definitely bought this album. Definitely loved it. I don't really return to DMX that often. Supergrass, Self-Titled. I don't know which one this is, but I do enjoy Supergrass, and I saw them live. Limp Bizkit, Significant Other. I will honestly say that I bought this album. I enjoyed this album, and I am ashamed of that. But I'm also not, because it was, 17. Old 97s, fight songs. Great. Alternative country. Man, we used to be a country. Eminem, Slim Shady LP. Respect him, and was not a huge fan. Luna, Days of Our Nights. This is the only one of theirs I actually bought, and this album is awesome. It even has, I do not like Guns N' Roses, but it has a Guns N' Roses cover, and it is awesome. Ditto or Dido, album is No Angel. She is very good. I love these one sentence. She is very good. Reviews. Stereophonics, Performance in Cocktails. This is their second album, and it's pretty good. Kind of the same thing with Gomez. It's like they basically just kind of made the same album, and it's just not as good, but it's still good for what it is. Silverchair, Neon Ballroom. I do remember buying this one as well. Huge Silverchair fan. Anna's song was like my jam. Probably one of my favorite songs in 99, which is wild to think about. Open fire underneath. I think it was like, he's singing about anorexia. And that was like the hidden message. Turns out he had anorexia. All right, Britney Spears, One More Time. We all know what's going on there. Godspeed You Black Emperor, Slow Riot for New Zero Canada. This one I still really enjoyed their music. Les Savi Fav, The Cat and the Cobra. I don't know if this is their first, but it's very good. Beulah, When Your Heartstrings Break. They were once Michael Cera's favorite band, and I really enjoy them. Fun music. Juno, This Is the Way It Goes and Goes. I enjoyed a couple songs of this. Definitely a few, maybe the whole album, but I love the backtracking. Like a guitarish, not really grunge, drone band? I don't know. White Stripes, they're self-titled. I don't know which one that is. The band The Makeup, album is Save Yourself. This was a weird band. I think they had a Jimi Hendrix song. I don't even know what to call it. It's like funk mixed. It's like sexy funk. If you're curious what sexy funk sounds like, give them a Google. All right, Songs Ohio, Axis and Ace, very good album by a very good band, but not good live. God, they were boring live. R.I.P. Sebadoh, the Sebadoh. This one's good. I feel like this might be their last album. I might be wrong on that. They probably did like a reunion album, but still very good. Enjoy it. Verbena, Into the Pink. I just told my friend Ryan about this album. They were from Alabama, kind of like just trying to be Nirvana, and it's good. I enjoy it. Seven Dust, the album is Home. Bring Me Your Light. I think that's what this is. I think I saw them live too. Friend Matt Tucker used to love them. Buck Cherry. Wow, this is definitely X1.5 days from my childhood. They had the song, I Love That Cocaine, I Love That Cocaine. Stained, Dysfunction. Wow. Freaking, this is all like my radio. It was just like, anyway. I forgot whatever their big song was. Home or something, or I don't know. Creed, Human Clay has the worst album cover maybe I've ever seen in my life. And then Death in Vegas, the Cantino Sessions, originally in my top 15, has a song called Aisha with Iggy Pop, which is great. Has another song, Aladdin song, that has like some thing where it goes, nobody knows the trouble I keep. That's from something famous or old or both. All right, that's all my shout outs. Let's just, what did I say before? Rush? Sprint? Audible Pump Award, Trail of Dead and Chemical Brothers, All Date. Oh, you know what? My friend, oh shoot, who was it? Candace was at the gym, and I was like, what are you listening to? And I didn't approve of what she was listening to, and I showed her what I was listening to, and it was Chemical Brothers, and she's like, oh, not bad. She might have just been being nice. Freak Off Award, I've got Beck, Midnight Vultures. Best Dinner Music, Luna is just the Luna category, Days of Our Nights. They must have a lot of albums, because every year I feel like they're in there. Dance, Mofo Dance Award, Chemical Brothers. Party Animal Award, Beck, Midnight Vultures. Late Night, Early Morning. Shigeros and Smog, all damn day. Slow Motion Walker Award is Shigeros. What the Fudge Was I Thinking, or Guilty Pleasure. Limp Bizkit, Significant Other. Definitely What the Hell Was I Thinking there. Grower Not a Shower, definitely Blur, because it's got some songs in there that you don't immediately, they're just like spacey guitar songs, which I know is what I said Muse evolved into, or should I say devolved. But I really like it. And then Forever in the Queue, I put Le Tiger or Le Tigre. I don't know why, I just can't get myself to listen to that. And then Most Likely to Get Pushed on a Deaf Ears Award, Shigeros and My Morning Jacket, because I think they're awesome bandies. My top 5 singles, this was tough, and I feel like I left The Roots on there, or left them off. All right, Wilco, She's a Jar, one of my favorite songs of all time. My Morning Jacket, Buy My Car. Things are starting to rhyme. Number 3, Mos Def, Miss Fat Booty, just perfect hip-hop song. Number 4, Blur, No Distance Left to Run, perfect breakup, broken-hearted song. And then number 5, Tom Waits, Georgia Lee. Oof. All right, Cream Award, not really awards, but this, Who Made All the Money? Number 1, Backstreet Boys, Millennium, 40 million, Jesus. Britney Spears, man, what the hell is going on? Britney Spears, One More Time, 27 million. Santana, Supernatural, 25 million. Celine Dion, All the Way, 18 million. Ricky Martin, self-titled, 17 million. And this is why I say, when people are like, well, if it was good, it would have sold a bunch of records. It's like, yeah, is that right? Because Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears sold almost 70 million albums combined. So shut up. Top 5 singles according to Billboard: Cher, Believe, TLC, No Scrubs. What a dumb song. Monica, Angel of Mine. Whitney Houston, Heartbreak Hotel. And then Britney Spears, Baby One More Time. That song slaps. And then He's Just Not That Indie Award. I've got Dr. Dre, 2001. Sorry, I'm just not that into it. And that was, did we do it? Did we do it? Right, I did. 40 minutes. Well, we didn't quite do it, but good enough. That's it. Thank you. Bye.